All right, Freddie. So let's say you had those things in place then, right? That community, that guidance, that sort of structure that we talked about as well. And you were able to actually, overcome the problem caused by this fear that you've had. Where do you hypothetically see yourself, say, in 6 months if that was to be the case?
I see myself in a better position, like I'd like to be financially free and traveling.
Awesome, awesome. I mean, lad, run me through that. You're financially free, you're traveling. How does life look like then?
Oh, it's just great. I can wake up at any time. I can be in any place. That's full freedom.
Hmm. Well, I mean, name one of the places then. Where are we going?
Oh, first place I've always wanted to go is Japan, Tokyo.
Class. What sort of brings you there?
Like the whole nightlife there is kind of underrated, and I
Hmm.
feel like people in Japan, from what I've seen on videos, I don't know, they just seem so nice, and they seem
Yeah.
to take care of everyone. They seem to take care of each other.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, I mean, lad, run me through it then. Whenever you're out in Japan, what is a typical day in the life of financially free Freddie over here? Living life out there in Japan.
Oh man, I'd like to go up to the old towns with
Hmm.
the old traditional buildings. I'd like to see the blossoms.
Cool.
An average day would be wake up whatever time I want, like get some new pals, some Japanese pals, and in the night time I would like to just either go see them streetcars because they all have mad
Yes,
cars.
JDM.
Yeah, that's it. Or yeah, experience the nightlife in Japan, just fully living.
Awesome, awesome. So you want to go over, see the cars, see the culture, meet the people, see some of the sights as well, the blossoms that you were talking about. That sounds
Exactly.
fucking amazing. Sounds great. But I mean, who are you doing that with? Are you kind of doing that on your own, or are you taking somebody with you, or what's the story?
There may be a special lady, but that's if she
Oh,
sticks around for 6 months.
nice, nice. Well, I mean, I'm sure that special lady would be very pleased to be taken to Japan.
100%. She better, or she ain't going.
Well, I mean, if she's gonna be pleased, then lad, I mean, how's it gonna make you, sort of feel whenever you are out in Japan, living this life, being free?
I think that would be like the moment where I feel like I've sort of made it, but
Mm,
at the same time, I would have created a new goal to go bigger and better. That's
mm,
how I am. But no, yeah, I would definitely be just at peace
hmm.
for then. I'd be at ease.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be worried about anything.
You said the word like bigger and better there, so is there sort of bigger goals then after that 6 month period as well, then for you?
I just feel like I like the hunger and the ambition. So I feel like maybe once I go Japan and complete that, maybe just do something, some achievement, maybe climb a mountain or something, just something out of the ordinary. Maybe go skydiving, start ticking stuff off my
Mm,
bucket list.
for sure, for sure. Lad, so I mean, is that the sort of Freddy that you want to be essentially in the future then? The happy Freddy that's living this life of being out in Japan, climbing mountains, skydiving. I mean, as opposed to kind of the life that you're living right now, in this sparky job that you hate.
Oh, without a doubt, 100%. It's like it's the it's just a crazy dream that I hope to God that I can achieve.
Mm, awesome. And like, you're saying that you hope to achieve this then. Look, Freddie, talk to me. Do you feel like you're ever going to be able to sort of achieve this dream if you continue to stay stuck in the situation that you're in?
No, because I wouldn't have. I'm not even trying. No, I have to sort of get the ball moving and try and achieve this dream and put one foot in front of the other. I
Hmm.
can't. I'm never going to achieve it in the situation I'm at.
Hmm. Because I'm just kind of slow, lad. Just remind me, like, what's going to happen if we do stay stuck then and don't achieve this dream?
Well, I'm going to be at that sparky job I hate, and I'm not going to be the happy Freddie I want to be.
Mm, mm. I mean, lad, I kind of noticed the shift in your tone there. You were all bubbly and happy talking about your goals, but now you don't seem as excited. I mean, what's sort of going through your head, knowing that, these goals aren't achievable if you do stay stuck in the position that you're
Well, you know, that when you said it, it just made me think of my job, and that just sort of scared me
in?
a bit because, you
Mm,
know, I feel like I have to do something now.
mm, mm,
I have to make these goals a reality. And yeah, you're completely right. I can't do it stuck in my situation. Can't.
hmm So it's not even like a choice anymore for you then. It's like I must do it and must have.
Yeah, I must, because even you just pointed out perfectly. I was just thinking about my job and my feelings dropped immediately.
Mm,
And that just
mm.
shows you, and you shouldn't feel like that, should you?
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing me noticing it, but I mean, whenever you're starting to notice it yourself, that's where the real problem is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
man. You're 100%.
So, Freddie, right? Moving on then. You were saying, how you've been thinking about these goals and, you've kind of have it laid out for yourself, wanting to move out to Japan and with this, special lady, as you call her. So yeah, essentially, obviously the first step is then for you to actually be able to, replace your job. I mean, with a Sparky job, you're not just going to be able to fly out to Japan, right? So, I
Yeah.
mean, to actually replace, your income that you're making in your job right now and go jump into this life, what do you feel like you would sort of need to be making to be able to do that?
With like no consequences to the money I'm making, probably maybe 8 to 10K, you know,
hmm
just to get set up and everything, flights, you know, all of that stuff.
Let me get this clear. So was it 8 to 10K to get yourself set up or 8 to 10K to replace your income right now?
I would say it's probably 6K to replace my income.
Okay, nice, nice. Oh, so like 8K would kind of be comfortable for you then to be able to sort of
Yeah.
move away and live this life.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And that, I mean, 8K, that sounds amazing, right? But, what about whenever we do get into that life 6 months down the line? Are we going to stop at 8 and or at 10K or are we going to scale?
No, like I said, no, I feel like I'd move on to the next goal. So like I'd do something bigger and better. So I'd like to go from 8K to, if it's possible, 12K.
Nice. I mean, lad, the way I see it, you don't even have to stop at 12. You can dream even bigger and even better.
Yeah, I will. Fuck it then. We'll go 30K.
Class. Right. Well, now we're getting somewhere, right? So, Freddie, like you told me earlier, right, how much sort of work and stress it takes you to, make that 6K a month in your job. So, are you sort of aware how much it's going to take then to make eight, or maybe, as you said, down the line 30?
Yeah, yeah, but in the long run, it'll be worth it. No.
Exactly. Because what I'm just trying to get at here is it's not going to land in your lap one day. I just kind of want to make sure that, that you are aware that it's not just going to happen overnight. Because I'm not trying to sell you a dream here, lad, either.
Yeah, I mean, I get that completely, but at the same time, being in this job, it's never gonna like I'm never gonna get that unless I win it randomly in like the lottery.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, win the lottery is like, what, 1 in a million odds? So maybe let's not sell for that.
Mm, exactly.
Okay, Freddie. So in terms of these dreams that you kind of talked about, right? When did you essentially start first thinking about wanting these dreams to actually become a reality as opposed to just a thought?
I'd say probably well, it's always been a dream. Probably about a year ago or so, you know, I saw the blossoms in Japan,
Hmm.
and I was just like, "Fuck," you know, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It just looks so peaceful, and I just thought I was looking around in my environment, you know, saws were going off,
Hmm.
drills, and I just thought, oh man, what I would do to just go there, just
Yeah.
quiet, you know, beautiful scenery.
I mean, I can sort of picture it, man. You were telling me about this sort of environment that you're working in, it's physical, and now you're telling me about the saws, lad. You're kind of making me picture it here, how loud it must be there, but then I'm picturing like all these like fallen pink blossom leaves,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
so peaceful. Yeah, I can sort of picture the comparison. But Freddie, you're telling me there that you've been thinking about that dream for the last year. I mean, lad, the way I see it, right? I'm not sure if you see it this way too, but a year is, in another perspective, 365 days. 365 days that you've woke up, every single day with this thought being in your head, but not actually in your life. What do you feel like that's already cost you? The fact that this dream hasn't been in your life, even though you've been thinking about it.
It's cost me a lot of time. It's cost me to get to that stage. If I did something then, I
Hmm.
could probably be in that situation now. Like I'd probably be in Japan.
Hmm. So has it only cost you the time then, or has it also cost you the feeling of living that dream life?
Yeah, and it's cost me, the money. I'm not,
Hmm.
and it's probably cost me, like a year of my life
Hmm.
of
Like,
not living, existing. Do you get what I mean?
yes, I think I do. Like, not living the life that you want. You're just existing in this life that you don't want.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. Like you told me there, that you've missed out on like a year of your life. I mean, lad, are you ever going to be able to get that year back?
No, no,
Mm. So
never.
cost you time, it's cost you the feeling of living this dream life. You also touched on the money. So, I mean, let's work it out together, right? You told me that you wanted to make sort of 12K per month, right? In like an ideal scenario. And then you told me that you wanted to make 30, right? So let's say, for example, we started sooner and I actually started pulling in those 30K months, say a year ago. I mean, what's that? 12 times 30? What, 360K you could have made in the last year? How many trips to Japan do you feel like that would pay for you and your dream lady?
Oh man, I could have traveled the world pretty much, I think. Like I could go on that. I could go on that climb that mountain. I could do that skydiving, you know. Yeah,
You
that's
wouldn't
really
even have
put
to
me in
think about it.
perspective. Yeah,
Be like pocket change to you, man, if you had that sort of money.
exactly.
So, Freddie, like if you're saying that over this last year, not sort of taking action, caused by that kind of fear that we talked about, that self-doubt that you mentioned, essentially has cost you time, money, emotion. So, Freddie, I mean, going forward, say we do continue to let that fear hold us back and we continue to stay stuck in this hamster wheel that we spoke about. What do you feel like that's going to cost us down the line then?
If I don't change,
Yeah, if you don't take action today, lad, and don't
well,
change.
I'm not even gonna get remotely closer to my goal.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be in this terrible situation. Like, and to be honest, I'd actually rather risk it and see if it works out than like live in regret.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's the main thing. I'd be regret. I'd just constant guilt and regret.
Mhm. And I'm guessing that that's not something that you're willing to sell for, living that life of regret.
I'd rather embarrass myself or make 100 mistakes than live in regret.
Hmm. So in order to avoid living in regret then, in order to, you know, make sure that we don't make that mistake again of, missing out on time, money, emotion, what do you feel like needs to happen today then, Freddie, so that we can avoid living that life of regret that you talked about?
I think I need to do what I need to do and put one foot in front of the other and do something about it today.
Hmm. Hmm. You used the key word there that I picked up on think. Do you think you need to, make that change? Or, I mean, you don't sound pretty so certain, lad.
I know, I know I do.
Hmm.
The only thing that's holding me back is just like I'm just unsure at not unsure, but it's a scary feeling because it's a
Hmm.
big leap.